Welcome to Fave Crafts 365, your daily video log report about things happening here at favecrafts.com. Today I was working on a little bit of plaster. Have you ever worked with plaster before? It comes basically in a powder. You mix it up with water, you pour it into a mold, and for most molds you don't even need a release. But read packaging and read your molds to make sure. This was a candy mold which I turned into a lollipop, and one of the things I wanted to share with you today is many people know that you can paint on plaster. You can first seal it if you want and then paint over the top of that. If you don't seal it, just remember that plaster is very, very porous, so it will soak up the paint. You might have to do a second coat. But what most people don't know is you can also use markers. I use a permanent marker, and you can go directly on it. And I just find this a lot faster than painting because I'm a little bit more accurate. I really need my glasses for this too. I'm going to be honest with you, but I didn't think about that when I was doing it. But you basically go over it, paint it. Or you're not painting it, sorry about that. That could be a blooper, but you know me. Move on. Correct the mistake and move on. Anyway, it's as simple as that. You can use any kind of permanent marker. If you're not using a permanent marker, be very careful, and your final seal, the sealer that you use to protect, paint, the ink, whatever coloring tool that you're using, should be a spray. If you brush it on, it'll bleed, but if you use a spray coat, light coats, remember that. It's better to use 3 light coats than 1 heavy coat whenever you're trying to seal something. And that will seal it all in. But plaster is a fun medium because almost anything can become a mold as long as you're able to pop the plaster out of it once it dries. From all of us here at favecrafts.com, we're wishing you a very creative day. This Fave Crafts 365 has been brought to you by favecrafts.com, the #1 craft project and how-to site on the web. Looking for craft supplies? Is there something you just can't find? Maybe it's time to check out cutratecrafts.com. Great prices and excellent selection.